Welcome back to CPS Web Tips, a series where we simplify automation and show you smarter ways to build, troubleshoot, and elevate your workflows. Ever had an Evolve workflow freeze, a job in the background fail with no explanation, a log file go missing? I'm going to show you how CPS SmartTools fixes all of that. Real solutions, real fixes, real time. For more on that, here's Scott.
Hi, I'm Scott. I've been working here at ClearProcess Solutions for 10 years as a developer, architect, and director of IT. If you've ever managed a precisely Evolve environment, you know the pain points. Job failures buried in XML, log files stuck behind server access, and process data you know exists but can't easily reach or update. What if all that friction just disappeared? Today's web tip is all about SmartTools, ClearProcess Solutions' proprietary suite built for Automate Evolve customers. It was designed to give the power user visibility, faster troubleshooting, advanced administration. SmartTools is an exclusive suite of applications built by ClearProcess Solutions for Automate Evolve customers. It's delivered through our BPMS Solution Care program, which means every client with Solution Care will receive continuously supported, continuously improved set of admin level tools to make working with Evolve dramatically easier. In the native Evolve platform, archive access is limited to just admin roles. So normal users and even application admins in Evolve cannot even view archives. In the native archive interface, you also have to click through multiple filter windows to filter down the list of archives to find the item you're interested in. With SmartArchives, you can actually provide access to any user required without being an administrator. And also, all filters are on a single form, making it dramatically easier to retrieve historical records and process images. There are several reasons you might use SmartArchives. Auditing of the processes, past entries for reference and historical information, to maybe fulfill compliance needs. Now let's launch SmartArchive and take a look. Evolve supports multiple archive data sources, and so does SmartArchive. So all you need to do is pick your archive data source you want, and we'll go ahead and pick the main. Then choose the solution name you're interested in looking for. We'll go ahead and pick one that I know is going to exist, and you can pick the date range you want to find the information from. You can also type in a title if you want, and filter down by application name also. So we won't have to do that because I think we've got just a few in here. So let's go ahead and click on search. This will actually look through the archive database and find the records that match. And you will see a result down here in the archive forms. So we can select the one we want, and you actually get form XML, the promoted values. You also get all of the assignment information here, recorded in a table down here, so you can see all the historical. And you can also open the final form image also here along the way. That's it. SmartArchives makes it much easier to find archives and helps with permissions. SmartJobs lets you search, filter, and manage background jobs in Evolve in seconds. Instead of guessing why a process failed, you can actually pin down the failed job, see its execution data, see the error that occurred, and reset it to pending, all from one interface. SmartJobs comes in handy for many cases, like troubleshooting SAP update tasks, which in Evolve can appear to succeed, but they actually fail. Finding scheduled transactions or queries that have failed and resetting them, and also just looking for failed workflow tasks and resetting them. So let's launch SmartJobs and take a look. I've already set up a failure, and I had a failure occur on a send email plugin. So I'll go ahead and look for this. You can do this in many different ways. You can pick a date range to start with. I'm going to go ahead and do just yesterday and today. You can also look for a status, and obviously error would be the one. I'm looking for errors, and you could just do a general lookup of errors, which is going to give you all of these. Here is the one that I have that I was dealing with. And so you can also look for a process name, a partial or a full. And also you can query by send email. If you knew there was a send email failure, you can actually go in and look for this. But I'm going to go look for the process name because I know that it failed that way, right? And so I can then click on select, and then I can see the job data and what it was trying to do, and then I can see the error. And of course, sometimes with our clients, we do have email hosts failing, email systems not ready, things like that occur. So this one failed because of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix the issue. I might report this to IT, or I might go ahead and resolve the problem, whatever that problem was. And then what you can do is you can actually select this job by checking that box and doing a reset job. Okay. This actually puts the job back into a pending state. So we will see it back into a pending state right now, right? So I can actually look for pending. And within a minute or two or three, it will actually go ahead and change over to completed along the way. So right now it's still pending. And so what we can do in the meantime is we can go look for more errors and reset more errors if we had the problem. And then once this goes to completed, we have the system finished. And now we're back, and you can actually see that it's now completed. So now the actual send email has completed correctly, and everything is good to go. That is it. SmartJobs makes it easy to locate failed jobs from one central interface and diagnose what's happening so the issue can be resolved and the job can be reset. SmartLogs removes one of the biggest admin headaches, getting log files. Instead of logging into a server to retrieve the logs, you can pull multiple days of activity instantly. There are several reasons a developer or administrator might need logs. When troubleshooting errors on the form or in the platform, logs can be invaluable in saving time and quickly identifying the root cause. Whenever you engage with Precisely support team, providing log files is essential to them. Let's go ahead and launch SmartLogs and take a look. So all you need to do is enter the number of days back you want to go to retrieve logs. You can leave it at 0 for today, and you go get log files. The browser will download the zip file, and you can open it right there. And here's your log files. And of course, you can open them up and take a look. SmartLogs makes it easy to access the Evolve log files. SmartProcess is one of our Smart Tool forms that gives you real control over the Evolve process data. You can search, examine, and update form data directly, including the form XML, without ever having to navigate to multiple admin screens. You can also complete or cancel the process right from the same interface. There are several key reasons to use SmartProcess. You may have a workflow stuck because the data is invalid or may require a cancellation or data update. Update form data that's incorrect, that may have been submitted incorrectly and requires an update. And you can also view form data that may be hidden on the form that you can't see, which in turn you may also need to update. So let's go ahead and navigate over here to a process that I have actually submitted and completed as we see it right now. As you can see, there's a couple of promoted fields in the documents view that has some data in it. And of course, on the form, we're going to see that same data, right? And so let's go and launch our SmartProcess and start to find that item. So let's launch the SmartProcess. And in the SmartProcess form, there's multiple ways you can search along the way. You can actually filter down by process name, process start and end date, which are key to this search. You can go for a specific title or a partial name title. You can actually also help filter down by doing the assign to or a process status along the way. Because we know the process we're looking for, we're just going to go ahead and do a search, but we could actually find it by filtering down everything too. And we'll click on search, and we do have the one record that matches what we did here. And so I can click on the select button here, and then we can see not only the form XML data, but the actual promoted data, which was in the documents view. So within this, if there's some data that I wanted to look at, you could see it. Obviously, we talked about the email and the name here that was on the form, so these are here. If I need to change those, and here they are here too in the documents view. If I need to change one of those, for instance, let's just go and say Mark, and Mark as the name, right? I could actually do that, and what I would do is I would click on Update Data, and if you want to know if that data changed, you can actually go back up and search and select again, and now you can see the form XML, and the promoted value is Mark as the first name. If I needed to complete this process, you could actually come in and complete this process also and hit complete. Since it's already complete, we won't worry about that. Now we'll go back over here to the documents view, and we're going to click refresh. And now we can see the promoted value says Mark, just like what I did. And then if we open up the form, and now we can see Mark is actually updated there. So this form did update the form XML. This would be impossible using Evolve directly. So that's the SmartProcess form. In Evolve, it is often difficult to gain visibility into how the overall platform is being used. Individual Evolve applications isolate processes from one another, and the built-in reporting does not provide a comprehensive view across the full landscape. SmartTools addresses this gap by including 2 SmartView reports that offer insights into the platform usage. These reports surface data that is not currently accessible through the Evolve's native reporting structure, giving teams a clearer understanding of how the platform is being leveraged. Let's take a look at SmartView Summary by Year. So all you have to do is click on Get Data. It will run the query, and then you get your data set, and all you have to do is retrieve the data by clicking on Export to Excel. And then you're free to create reports and charts using the built-in functionality in Excel. Let's go ahead and take a look at the SmartView Aging Process Summary also. Navigate back, click on the Aging Process Summary. Now this process looks at the current running processes in your Evolve environment. It'll organize by application, solution name, and it will show you the totals organized by how long they've been running in days. So we have the 0 to 30 days, 30 to 60, and so forth. This can help you analyze how long your processes have been running and spot any possible issues. So you can click on Get Data. This will retrieve all the data. And again, just like the Summary by Year report, you can export into Excel and build any report or chart you want. As you can see, these 2 reports can provide valuable insights to how your Evolve platform is functioning. Thank you.